Oh, baby, 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 baby.
What is up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good to have y'all here. Got a little bit of some... My computer catch up to it here. Okay, we're there. Moose, we are starting at the hour for qualification, so we got 15 minutes if you want to join. We got some people hopping in the lobby. It's going to be a great couple races tonight. Again, I'm joined by JJ Norms. JJ.
Hello.
JJ's a little focused right now, getting some laps in, as he will be racing tonight since he was able to join the server this week, so that's great. But I'm all prepped up here. I've got my mate prepped. I got my water. We've got some racing in here. So, what's the combos? Quick reminder. Okay, so quick reminder. We have Nürburgring Sprint karts, 20 minutes, followed by Tokyo Expressway south clockwise, and that's going to be Group 2. So we'll get more into that in a minute. In fact, let me run the tape, and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. So that's what we have. We have karts and Group 2 action tonight, or today. I'm so used to saying tonight because I'm usually on late, but please don't let JJ bully me, Keeks. Well, it's a little late for that. And if you need consolation, maybe hit up your new girlfriend. She'll help you out. Oh, I got the deets on that, Staley.
Here we go.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Solid P2 champ. Well, you've been solid the entire races, Skelch. You've made really good races. Absolutely.
Yeah, you had the advantage of being able to race last week.
Yep. Oh, JJ already with the excuses. I love it. Keep it coming.
Well, I mean, I literally couldn't get in. I blame that on the LAN connection.
We have quite the liveries in the races tonight. We got CBD with his Hako Academy livery on his car, but also it's quite questionable attire with his Playboy, Pornhub, OnlyFans, what do you call it? Jumpsuit.
Race suit.
Yep. I think he's compensating. But anyways, so JJ, what color is blue? Oh, with the standard blue, we got a nice little.
Yeah.
He's got his New Zealand fit on. I like it. Little all blacks on the back. I dig it.
Some fun on the back, some styles on the front.
Fire suit. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. Yeah, we have qualification starts in 10 minutes. 10 minutes, guys. Oh, Bugs is in here with his Dale Earnhardt livery. Gotta love it. Big old 3 on that bad boy. With a Red Bull fire suit. What else did he tell me? He told me enough. Enough that I don't need to elaborate. No, he hasn't told me that much. Just barely enough. Let's go full screen here.
Oh no, it's the one he built the pillow fort for.
So nervous making my NRS's debut. Hey, no worries, Mello. We're happy to have you in here. This race isn't about seeing who the fastest is in Gran Turismo. It's about creating good quality races, close races, to raise some money for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, but also fastest, of course.
Yeah.
A little bit about that too, obviously.
Points mean prizes.
But a reminder again, we are doing these races to raise funds for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. If you can donate, you can, here, let me put that in the chat here, donate. If you donate using that link, all the proceeds will go towards AFSP. If you would like to commemorate this event and remember for years to come, that's not what I need to do. It's going to be NRSS merch. And you can use that link to purchase some merch for the event, where all of the profits from the event go towards of the purchase goes towards AFSP. You get a nice shirt or sweater. That's always nice too. What is up, Sun Devil? Welcome in, dude. Welcome in. Looks like we're gonna have a good race here. Goblin going all decked out in gold with his a tribute to the Las Vegas Knights. Very nice livery here. I like how third week we have a lot more liveries here. Kosian with his nice orange livery. With his orange Goku outfit here. Looks like he's still wearing the sign of the turtle on his. So this is at the point where he's still with King Kai. No, with not King Kai. Master Roshi before he gets with King Kai. A wonderful, wonderful suit there. Rip sleeves and all.
Because it is in the Bible not to wrestle your neighbor.
Can I join the sprint? Yes, you can join. There's still space. You're welcome to join, Mello, if you can. If you can't find the lobby, add me if you don't already have me on here, and we'll get you in here. Skeletor with a skeleton, very username checks out situation here with his fire suit, loving it. And the best part's got to be the night run along the side of his cart. Nice little, looks like Grim Reaper on his rear there to remind people you're in his past. You're dead. You're gone. Oh, and JJ finding himself a place along the wall. Etom wearing his...
Very on the limit.
Yeah, Etom wearing his deep soul red on his car and fire suit. Looking very good here. Great looking livery as well for him. Gotcha. T-Box is in the pits right now. T-Box is joining us. He meant to join us last week, couldn't make it, but he is here this week. We're excited to have him. Right now we have the Maltese in first place right now.
Maltese?
What the? Oh, did I say that? Let me rephrase that. Malton. He's molten like lava. No, I'm just kidding. Maltese.
No, it's Maltese, isn't it?
Maltese. I don't. You know what? It all works out in the end. So.
Also, why is Staley not racing? He's up. Disappointing.
His girlfriend probably wouldn't let him. Anyway, so we have Boogs with a third place. Very close with JJ. That's going to be a fun one to see in the race. Boogs and JJ very close to each other.
I've got another 7/10 of a second up my sleeve.
And you're going to find a lot more during the race as well, trust me. 5 minutes till qualification starts. 5 minutes. Very exciting this is going to be. Let's go on board with JJ and see what kind of line he's using here. Smart of JJ not to downshift through that corner. He doesn't need to. You just need to let off the gas and coast through it. And just make sure he gets on at the right time so he can really cruise and get some good exit speed there. Because if he doesn't, these karts are brutal. You will quickly find your opponents passing you if you don't catch that exit speed. Thanks for the heads up, Mello. Hopefully you can fix it in time for the race. Fortunately, this week, if you do not make it by the time qualification starts, we will not be resetting the grid. You'll be able to join us for the next race. And Chug just in time. Excellent. Oh, and JJ holding on just barely. Is he skipping around this? Oh, no, he's going to lose some time there, but he's going to go as fast as he can. He's got his feet back under him. My goodness, how easy it is to spin those things out, JJ. Oh, that's not JJ. That was Etom.
Yeah, Etom just keeping control of that.
That was definitely Etom, not you. I thought I was still watching you for a minute there.
I, on the other hand, went and did a bit of personal best, so...
There you go. And slapped yourself up into a third place spot.
We got another couple of attempts to find it.
All right, let me type up the message here so we can get everybody up to speed here. We're going to send a message out to these boys here and remind them that this is a race for charity.
Have we not got Bop on?
Bop's on. Bop is
We were asking
absolutely
about
on.
Stock gearing.
But it's absolutely on. No, you can't change it at all anyways.
Beautiful.
So we're good there.
A little bit deep in the final corner.
Oh, pre-race vibes. You got some Formula One theme in here. Thank you. Going to be quite the race tonight, boys.
Yeah, this one's going to be a good one. Going to be a nice tight race by the looks of it at the top. CBD only 0.5 of a second over Goblin. But Uber fastest of the lot so far, 37.2. Should make an interesting one. Nah, Staley, your girlfriend's going to make you do it. Oh, CBD, that's a send over the curbs.
Thank you for the follow.
Who's this? Oh, thank you for the follow. Thank you for that. Valen Sim Racing, welcome in. Lucky to have you here with us. We're going to be getting started here in 1 minute.
Uber's a little sweat, can confirm. Hasn't practiced. Oh no, Kicks, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be complete chaos and carnage into turn 1. That's the whole that's the whole fun part of these things. Hey, don't make me talk to your girlfriend, Staley. She might break up with you.
What?
She knew who you really were, Staley.
I said thank you everyone for participating. And it said it was inappropriate. Oh, apparently participating is a bad word, but participation is not. So we found a loophole there, boys. I haven't practiced just like 6 laps here now. Hey, no worries, no worries. I know you haven't, but there's a lot of people that have. Want to make sure everybody's having a good time here. And if you're going to run away with it, run away with it. But I think we got some boys in here now that are going to give you a run for your money. Is that what I put? Participation? I did not put that.
Yeah.
Listen, I may have thought
Jeez,
Boogs
Kicks.
was
God,
talking about...
family-friendly stream.
I may have misread when Boogs wrote pens, and I read it as penis. But listen, that's a stretch. All right, that's. Oh, take it easy, boys. All right, qualification starts now. Let's get live. Let's go to the full screen here as we go into qualification for the race. Everyone's in. Let me make sure everybody's ticked in. Everyone's ticked in. Excellent. Here we go. This is going to be good, boys and girls. Hopefully you've got your butt in your seat. You've got popcorn, some kind of cheese snack or something with you, because this is going to be a long event. We got 20 minutes after this 5-minute qualifying round, followed by another race in Tokyo. Let's take a peek here and see what qualifying starts here. Etom dropping some music in the chat. Thank you for the Blade Running by Cushy. Excellent song. What's up, Jess Racing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Good luck. Good to have you here with us. I like how he says a good luck here for the boys racing here. Valen in here also cheering on Etom as he goes in here. Let's see where we have everybody at. Skeletor, Coatsy, and Sundimple just getting on. Going to go with this angle here. Howdy, howdy. Tio, welcome in, Tio. Good to see you here. Mello's here as well. Game Changer plays. Your cam goes to porn. I know. Well, that's all thanks to CBD. It's one of his main sponsors, as he hasn't found any other way to make money. So there you go. Have what you have there. He's got his Hako livery, Hako Academy livery on his car here. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. Street legal go-kart is what he says here. But let's take a look at the front. Hoosier, Fox, Snap-on, the whole lot. A little Honda action on the front. Loving this. Loving the vibes here. We got JJ with his All Blacks New Zealand fire suit on. Gonna be good.
Go. Qualifying. Final round. Race number 5. We got a Coca-Cola here. Last turn on the track here at the Nürburgring Sprint.
Oh, and you gotta love the Barbie livery. Unbelievable. Let's take a look at the times here and see where people are at. That's Super Uber. We're going to call him Uber here, everybody, in case you get lost. He is from Malta. It should be easy to tell by his flag, but he's got his wonderful Barbie livery. Very pink, very bright. Love it. T-Box right behind him in the pink, in the purple. Bridgestone livery, running his box heart. Oh, and the 10 bits from Tio. Thank you for the bits, Tio. Etom's going to go crazy. Absolutely. Let's take a look at Etom, see how he's doing here. With his Porsche fit on and his nice... He made that livery himself. You know it for a fact. We've seen his other liveries. Etom's been spending a lot of his time making liveries for cars. And he's gotten quite good at them, if I do say so myself. Let's take, if we can take a better look at this side panel here as he comes around this turn. Etom really setting the bar when it comes to looks. Might have to ban him for it. That looks like it's going to give him about 10 HP over everybody else. That livery looks a little too good, almost. Too good. Joking, obviously, but we have Goblin here with his dedication, or his dedicated livery to the Las Vegas Knights. Coming into these turns here, the chicane is going to be rough for everyone, I think. It's not quite as rough as is when you're in Group 4 and you go sliding everywhere, but I think the biggest problems are going to be clearly T1 and just before the luff before the straights. So we're going to see More there coming into, and right now, with the fastest lap right now, 137.1 from Super Uba. Definitely feeling comfortable in his own skin here.
Yeah, he's absolutely set a great lap there. 37.1 getting a little bit of slipstream and he sort of passes his way through the field, especially through that second and third sector around here. But definitely very important on the approach to the NGHT chicane, and that is not what you meant to do.
No, and CBD pulling in a 137.8. Quite a ways off from the main Uber up top right now, which doesn't quite surprise me, but Box is slowly getting faster each lap, so we're going to see him throw down some speed here. It'll be fun to see those two going at it as well. We ran this race earlier. Goblin was there, Boogs was there, quite a few people there, so we're going to see some good racing here. I really do, because we had some good racing the other night on our Friday night lobby, which if you're not aware of those, we do those first Friday of every month. So you're welcome to come back in the evenings, first Friday of every month, and join us in a lobby. If you're over in New Zealand or Australia, that's going to be the first the first Saturday of every month, because you guys are quite a difference away from us here in the U.S.
Yeah, we're normal people, supposedly.
But you cannot do
we
it.
write our dates properly.
Because it is in the Bible not to wrestle your name.
But yeah, he's coming through the final corner out of Coca-Cola. What's Moose got? Can he grab snatch a pole position away? He cannot. It's going to be down, I think, having a little bit of a battle with Goblin in the end didn't help. Box is not going to improve. Uber is currently looking like he's going to take P1. But here's CBD. CBD is just coming out of the final chicane now. Next cross line is going to be Skeletor. Can he take that up to a 1 minute forward? 137. Who was ahead of my penalty laden lap. Sunday with 3.35. Here is CBD to the line. No, you can only get a 38 flat, so that means it's going to be Uber on pole. The only European driver in this entire lobby. Will snatch the pole position away.
Moose bragging about his 1-2-3 positioning from his Moose Army.
How dare you?
Moose Mafia. I apologize. I see you guys have found the blurbs. You're welcome to use them throughout the stream. If you are not subscribed, it does cost 20 bits to share a blurb on stream. If you are subscribed, you can share unlimited amounts at no cost after the purchase of a sub. Also, going into this, to remind you guys, as you can see in the top right there, there is a QR code, or you can go to streamlabscharity.com/@Keekbots/Night-Run-Community or Night-Run Cares, and that will take you to where you can donate to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. You can also purchase, as you guys can see in the chat, I think we posted it earlier, I'll post the donation link again, but also you can purchase some apparel for the Night Run Summer Series from Ink to the People, which all the profits from that also go to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So let me post those in the chat for you guys here. All right, boys, we are in it. We have Uber in pole position, CBD, Moose, Goblin, Box, Boogs, Etom, Skeletor, JJ. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it's alright, Ola.
That is right, okay. JJ, then, so Chuggy, or Chug, you're going to hear me refer to him as Mello, Kosian, and Sun Devil. This is going to be great.
Yeah, it should be a good little battle here. Some definitely mix up in the field. Everyone's sort of setting very similar lap times across from probably about third back. Sorry, actually, everyone bar Uber is probably setting a good bat, so it could be a good old scrap for the top 5. Low minor podium positions here. Watch out on the approach to Hog Hacken. That's going to be an interesting one. Say at least turn number 1 before you head into the Mercedes-Benz Arena. Coming out of that at turn number 4, going down towards Kozan Baidung. Going around there, that's going to be interesting to say the least. That lovely sort of double apex sweeping hairpin before you head up to the left-hander of Michelin, and then into the right-hander of Varsteiner. And then you got the very fast, the only corner that you can take flat out on this track being Advan, on the approach to the NGHT chicane before Coca-Cola. Very important turn because that's going to give you the best setup possible into probably the best overtaking opportunity into Hulk-Hacken in turn 1. Yeah, watch out there. Uber going to be having to watch his mirrors a little bit into the approach of turn 1 because I've got a feeling that there's going to be some people trying to make some moves, to say the least. Very wide track for these cars. As well, 20-minute sprint should be an absolute cracker. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I think Uber needs one win to seal the championship. So, if that, to say the least.
I would agree. Yeah, one win seals the deal for him. Just about. You got to have a nice, clean start here. Let's take a look from the back. We just are all the way in the back here. Let's see. There's 12. There's 12 racers. And ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's go ahead and pull up the display details here. Everything starts out quite as is. There was a bit of a drop from Kosian. Not quite sure what happened there with his grid start. Going into the first turn, are we going to see any action here? Not. Oh, very, very. You know what? I'm very proud of these guys, keeping it as clean as possible. Into T1 on lap 1. It's not very common to see that, but as we're going into, we do see a little bit of some changes here as Bugs drops to 9th place. And CBD loses his second spot to Moose, but takes it right back as we go into this next area. After this chicane, looks like there's a little bit of action in the back here between Kosian and Sun Devil. Sun Devil holding it down, but Kosian's able to take it to the outside. Moving up the field here, Skeletor pulling up on Bugs. Let's see if we can get a better turning here. JJ taking a little bit too wide of a turn, and Skeletor catching up as JJ drops back a little bit, but Bugs is holding his line, trying to hold off JJ as we're going into the next turn. And JJ a little wide, but he's going to take the inside. He's going to the straight. And JJ with a wonderful take there in front of Bugs to take 7th place. Great run there, JJ. What was going through your mind there?
Yeah, nice easy move. Yeah, Bugs took a weird line through Michelin and then sort of left the door open and carried the momentum through that. But in saying that, he's had a better run out of Arsteiner for the NGHT chicane, breaking at about 50 forward into here.
Well, JJ's taking a second to focus on the chicane here, as this is quite a difficult chicane for karts, or really any car, to be honest.
Goblin making a massive mistake through there. We fought right back up to him.
Bugs trying to take it a little easier around there, but oh no!
Just hit it on the curb awkwardly.
Oh, very unfortunate. Unfortunately, Goblin got a little bit of that action, but he stayed in the race. Didn't lose almost what it looks like almost any momentum there. As unfortunately JJ drops to the very back. He's got to do some fighting, but we still have quite a bit of time left. We're only 2 minutes into this 20-minute race, so he's got 18 more minutes to catch up.
11 laps to go here.
Absolutely. Let's take a look up top. We have Uber up front, extending his lead. He's got about 1.6 seconds in the lead here and extending it. Moose trying to catch him as he's coming through these next 2 turns, but Uber is just running away with it once again. Man is unstoppable. It must be that Barbie livery just sending him, giving him the woman power that he needs to win this race.
Let's not refer back to your earlier comment about the Women's World Cup then, Keeks.
It was a wonderful World Cup. Everyone enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. There's some great goals. Great goals.
Great to be a part of, actually.
Yeah.
Going to quite a few of the games in the end.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. I didn't know that. I'll have to talk about that after, for sure. But looks like the entire track just not able to quite keep up with Uber as he is in his zone. He's clearly ate his Wheaties today and drank a whole gallon of milk to get his bones and body ready for this event. In his first ever night run summer series. Moose hanging on the best he can. He's having a great race here in P2, but Box is not giving up. Closing on him really quickly. You can see how close they are here, side by side as they go into T1 in this 3rd lap. Let's see how this plays out. Box going way, way quick through there, but Moose is able to undercut him. But Box holds the inside as they go through the next turn. And it looks like, oh, they're still quite side by side, unable to tell what's going to go on here. Is there going to be a contact? Moose running really close to T-Box, but giving him a little bit of space here. Conservative turn there. And T-Box taking the inside again. Wow, really close racing here from these two. Oh, and Moose takes a little bit of hit from T-Box's rear. Didn't expect him to break so much, but it looks like they're coming in just fine. CBD finding that lack of speed between those two from that contact, and slipping in right behind Moose, catching up to him really quickly. As coming to this next turn, we have T-Box taking it really well, as wide as possible. CBD's got his eyes on the prize. He wants that third place. He wants that P3 spot really bad early on in this race.
Yeah, good absolute scrap here for P2. Let's do what I do best, which is not drive carts on 5 hours of sleep. Anyway, we've got T-Box. He's currently got a 10th and a half over Moose coming up into the NGK chicane here. Let's see what Moose is going to do. Moose is going to look up the inside, get hard on the brakes here. That is a textbook overtake, but he's running a little bit deep there, and the T-Box is just going to say thank you very much and maintain that momentum around the outside up into towards Coca-Cola. CBD falling a little bit further back through that little segment, to say the least, and it's going to... Actually, CBD's got a very good run off the corner.
Very good run.
Has Moose sit in the slipstream here. This is going to go possibly 3 wide into Hulk Hucken.
And Goblin catching up right behind him. He's trying to use that slip between those two players to see if he can get himself some speed here coming into T1. This is going to be very...
To the right there.
Oh, wonderful racing.
Great momentum carried by T-Box around the outside of turn 1 into the Mercedes-Benz Arena.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Oh, and Moose dropping back to 4th. CBD taking the position P3. But Moose is not going to give it up easy. He is running back for 3rd place. He's not happy about dropping both of those spots. And well, oh, he's...
T-Box with a massive moment through turn 4, and that's going to allow CBD up the inside into Kozan Weidung, and it's just got it stopped at CBD, but Moose there's going to ran a little bit wide, so Moose is going to come up through. This is a great scrap, and this while all this is happening, Goblin's caught right up to them, so this is a 4-way scrap for P2 here.
Unbelievable scenes here, boys. You don't quite see this too much in these lobbies, especially after a couple laps. These guys are neck and neck as they're coming in, finishing up this 4th lap, looking to get their 5th lap with 6 minutes under their belt. Oh, and Moose somehow goes off. I don't know what happened there, but lack of concentration, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a little moment trying to take a little bit of a curve through Advan and just drag him onto the grass. See another moment through the NGK chicane, and he's always going to have a bad approach here up onto Coca-Cola. But meanwhile, Goblin up into P3. He's actually taking advantage of all this chaos. But CBD with great momentum, maybe a little too much momentum there, and unfortunately gave a bit of a tanks over to Goblin, so that's allowed Moose back into 3rd. T-Box has said thank you very much though, and he's absolutely run away with it with a 2.5 second gap.
And Boogs slipping up in here too. It just passed CBD, slipped into 5th place. We're going to have quite a good run here if these boys can keep their pace and catch up to each other again. We're going to have a five-player split between P2 and P6.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys can work together, because guess what? We've still got over half the race to go, and we're only got 4 laps in onto the 5th lap now, and we'll see if they can catch back up. It's only a 2.5 second gap, and as we can see, Moose getting his head down, getting a move on. He's already shrunk that gap a little bit, but T-Box with a little bit better momentum out of turn 4 before they come up into turn 5, heading up towards Michelin. But yeah, oh, look at that, Bugs. Look at that, 2 wide further back. We've got absolute scrap. E-Time now getting up in this battle as well. So these guys have been scrapping so hard that everyone else is sort of caught up. So I'm wondering if they're going to try and work together a little bit, try and catch back up. As we say, the headlights are on.
You're going into this race
towards the end of the day. But yeah, Bugs currently running up in P5. He's got 3/10 back to Goblin, moves slightly further up the field. They are actually losing ground.
Oh, again, and there must be something going on there with E-Time as well, doing the exact same thing that Moose did, running into the grass. Not quite sure what happened there. Both of them did, and he's having trouble catching it.
Somehow catches it.
Unbelievable.
Catches the auto drive, maybe.
He cannot be happy. He's got to be beside himself. Hopefully he can get his head in the right place again to finish out this race with a clean finish, because that's definitely going to be in his head for these next couple laps.
Running away with this with the 1:36.6 fastest lap, currently 7.3 seconds ahead of the field, to say the least. Absolutely cruising, to be honest. T-Box, though, he's very much increased that gap over 3 seconds, so we might have a 4-way scrap for P4. But CBD's currently sitting started on the front row. Not sure what happened there with Bugs. He went a little bit wide through the arena, but yeah. CBD started on the front row. He'll be disappointed. He's dropped all the way back to P5 here. So it'll be interesting to see how he recovers. But watch out, because if he does get a move on here, he has to get a move on now, because guess what? He's about 5 or so seconds adrift of T-Box, who was trying to catch Uber, but Uber just pulling away bit by bit, to say the least.
And in a race where you thought that Uber would struggle a little bit, he's proven once again no struggle for him to take that.
Probably the most wild card of the races, but yeah, he's just absolutely got his head down, absolutely cruising. Head down, eyes forward, and he's just pulled away. He's just taking this to these cars like a duck to water, and it's like he never bothered to. Why were you even here? You should just given him the trophy from the start. Anyway, T-Box 8.1 seconds, 8.2 seconds actually, and increasing a drift of Uber. And Moose, he's actually pulled. Actually, no, that gap is shrunk back down a little bit. That was over 3.5 seconds at one point. Moose getting his head down, as well as CBD, who somehow managed to get out of that scrap with Goblin Bugs. Bugs and E-Town though going at it here in towards Halkaken. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
And just to refer.
Oh, look at that.
Go ahead.
He's not going to the outside.
Ooh, T1, P. I always get a little bit nervous through these turns here, but these boys are showing their skill and their ability to keep a clean race line.
I think for the most part there hasn't been too many times where someone's driven into someone. I think the only one I can think of was CBD on Goblin, but I think that was redressed off the top of my head.
Yep. Now, in reference to the chat, Skeletor says rip points and race. He overcorrected, spun, and the rest game rest me with wheel turned. Engine damage, F my life, he says.
These things are very much, you got to drive it within the limit and then very much figure out how close you can get to that limit. CBD though on a personal best here, trying to get into that 36s, and he's also trying to get that P3 away from Moose. He's only 6/10 adrift here. Definitely put his head down. He was faster last time round. It looks like he's going faster even again.
A bit of a race here between Sun Devil and Kosian as well for 9th place. Kosian going into the straight, and Sun Devil getting a good run, closing that gap. Whoa, really quickly.
Yeah, we'll be taking advantage of the toe here down through Advan and towards the NGHT chicane. But yeah, it's very much slipstream and momentum are the two key things in these karts. It's not necessarily all about the how much you brake, how much you accelerate. It's how much momentum you can carry through these corners and how much you're willing to dare to carry, because the second you carry too much, you get a little bit of a snap, to say the least. But yeah, CBD running is there. He's dropped a little bit further back from Moose. He had a little mistake towards the end of that lap. So Moose is getting a little bit further ahead, but Moose is now all over the back of T-Box for P2.
Unfortunate for Skeletor. Also, Skeletor asking what happened at times when fuel, when testing, it's not possible with karts that doesn't let you adjust the fuel consumption or tire wear. I attempted to make the changes many times. For some reason, when I did the initial testing for these tracks, I had chosen the fuel and tire wear, and went down, chose karts, and didn't realize it would turn those off in the process. And then if I didn't set it to karts, then you can't choose karts. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, we are going to have to run with a tire wear and fuel consumption off for this race.
Moose just lack of concentration. That was all on his own, and he's been reset. So he's dropped from 3rd down to 7th because don't know what that was. He's just gone and touched the grass, and then the second he touched the grass, he just kept going and going. I don't think I saw anything. He was definitely on his own. So yeah, that's going to allow CBD to have the better run, and he's all over the back of T-Box here for P2. In fact, seeing a new personal best last time by. T-Box a second a lap slower than what CBD's doing at the moment, so it could be very much trouble for for T-Box here as he tries to hold on to this P2, to say the least. Yeah, good look at see anything else on the track at the moment. Now gaps are pretty consistent. Watch out for Moose as he tries to recover back into the top 5. Still got 6 minutes left of this one, so probably another.
Ooh, T-Box making a big mistake.
Yep, and CBD's going to say thank you very much. He's sort of bit of a Moses effect this last lap or so, just being able to slide through from 4th back up into the podium positions. Now, can he get a move on, try and chase down Uber, but Uber setting the fastest lap of the race last time by with a 36.5, to say the least. So man's found quite a bit of pace here.
Unbelievable time. Unbelievable time. 136.557.
Three-way scrap for P4 here. Goblin right over in the back of Bugs here. Etam just sitting behind him as they run up towards the chicane. Looks like Goblin's going to take the outside line. Might be the brave one. And, oh my god!
Oh my goodness, Goblin!
Commitment. Great driving.
Oh, but Etam sliding right through him.
3 wide.
Oh my goodness, what a good run by Etam.
Said, thank you very much. You can run 2 wide through a chicane. I'll come through. Then getting a little bit wheel to wheel baggy here, trying to figure out where the hell they want to go. And now all of a sudden they're 3 wide down towards Halkaken, down towards turn 1 here. Who's going to Bugs at the inside line? Who's going to be latest on the brakes? Goblin trying to cover off Bugs on that inside, unable to do it. There was very much a go-kart alongside him there, but Etam, as I said, momentum's your friend here, carrying the momentum around the outside, and that's going to allow him up into P4 though. But guess what? This fight's not over. As you see, Bugs very much closing back up on Etam here, but he's got a little bit of a Goblin to deal with as well. He's trying to gobble him up as they come down towards Kurzem Bindung, and oh, that's a bad run there from Etam. So Bugs is going to sneak up the inside, but Goblin maintaining a bit of momentum on the
Goblin slipping a little bit too. Yeah, Goblin with a little bit too much pressure. Lost a little bit of his grip there, but Etam was able to slip back into 5th place as Bugs just extends his distance there going out of this turn to the straight. And we're going to see quite a bit of this throughout the next, looks like 4 minutes left in this race here. So
here we go, Goblin to the inside.
Yeah, great move by Goblin. It's going to be really interesting seeing coming into this chicane how they're going to hold it, because it's going to be Etam. Is he going to make the cut? No, Etam breaks early, goes for a conservative turn, and
Goblin
a much
goes for a move on Bugs unintentionally.
Almost
sends it over the curbs. And who was that? That was Moose absolutely sending it late on the brakes. I think might have touched the grass on the way in, and has dropped even further back from this battle for P4. But yeah, this is a great little scrap for P4 here. Gaps at the moment, Uber's still pulling away from CBD, who's managed to put a good gap back to T-Box, who's got a good gap back to this little battle here. You see Bugs holding the inside line. It's not necessarily the best place to be is on the inside, because as we've seen, there you go, Goblin proving it again, momentum on the outside. Etam as well carrying the momentum. They're back going 3 wide here through turn 2.
This race for 4th place is unbelievable.
They're all over the place at the moment. Oh, Etam, he'll absolutely rue the fact he has no momentum on that inside line through turn 4. You really want to widen that exit up as much as possible, get on the throttle as early as you dare. And unfortunately, Etam getting caught out there, getting stuck on the outside of turn 3. But now it looks like Etam's going to have to scrap back up to P5, because Goblin's now going to have a chance to chase down Bugs here.
Oh, and Etam running too wide. Oh, he's pushing too hard. He hit a little bit of the sand there.
Yeah, picking up a little bit of gravel there on the outside line is Etam as they come up through Advan. But yeah, this is a great little scrap. Where is Goblin going to go? He's going to look to the outside again. And he's sent it around the outside. Bugs almost giving that to him. And oh, massive moment for Goblin. Bugs with another moment as well in the background.
Woo!
Etam as well, as people are sending it over the curbs on the chicane.
Watching
That's
Bug.
a great move by Goblin. Around the outside into the chicane. Carry the momentum through the first bit.
I gotta give a quick shout out to Mello for his Iron Man livery. Quite the scenes there by Iron Man. You see some of the superheroes. We have Goku and Iron Man showing up to the event. So far, Iron Man getting the best of Goku. Goku doing his best to catch up. He's got just about a minute left in this last. He's not going to be able to get the next lap.
Boys,
so
I think are just going to get on it to another lap. Moose might be the first one to finish, but yeah, this is going to be this is great. I want this to go another lap, because guess what? This is a great scrap for P4. as they come out of, Goblin, massive moment out of Curzon, Bindung, and coming up towards Michelin now. Etam's going to take that inside line and carry the speed as well. Now he's got the inside, he's got to hit far enough ahead, he can move back to the racing line to carry the speed through Barsteiner, and that is a great little move. But yeah, these boys starting to scrap now. They realize that there's points on the line, and points mean prizes. Yeah, Uber starting his final lap here. Absolutely cruising. So we've got about 30 seconds remaining. Yeah, Moose will be the first one to take the checkered flag. But yeah, this has been a great scrap for 20 minutes. So at least Goblin up the inside now into Coca-Cola. Etam trying to run the momentum on the outside, and he hasn't got the run on Goblin. Goblin pretty much flat to the floor through Coca-Cola, and it's been a nice little run here. But Bugs is starting to pull away from these two. So that's very well could be the final spot for the top 5 that's on the line here rather than P4. Simply Goblin defending with the outside line, trying to maintain the momentum, but almost a little bit cautious there. Yeah, Moose taking the checkered flag, first one to do it. Yeah, Mello coming across the line as well to take P number 8. Koshin will come up to the line for P number 9. Skeletor's take P10, and it'll be Sun Devil to take P11. But meanwhile, this battle for P5 is still going on. But yeah, Etam's got the advantage at the moment as they come up into Michelin. Goblin going to take the inside here, and it carries it through pretty much. Oh, that's a textbook maneuver right there from Goblin. Drive through on the racing line and then up the inside and then put it right on the racing line where you know your opponent's going to be. He's got nothing he can do there. That's a textbook maneuver from Goblin as Etam comes up to make a move at the final point. But meanwhile, Uber, there you go. What's this?
We got more spinning.
20-second penalty for Uber for the showboating. So that means your win is going to go to...
I didn't mention a penalty this time, but I did mention not to do it, so a penalty will be given out. Last time I did not mention not to do it, so...
CBD would come over to take P2, T-Bots takes P3, Bugs P4, and Goblin's going to get the upper hand for P5, Etam P6, and that is your race run.
What an end to the race, man. That was some good racing between Goblin, Etam, and Bugs. There was a moment there with CBD and Bugs and Etam and T-Box, and man, there was a whole bunch going on there. My word.
That was a great scrap. Absolutely terrific scrap for that one. But yeah, unfortunate for the race, but yeah, it was a good one. Really good race there. Now we get to move on to Tokyo. From Germany to Tokyo. This will be interesting. This is one of our fictional tracks to be a good one, to say the least. Yeah, you meant to drive on the black stuff last I checked, not the grass.
Got him.
Got him. Oh, now which car to take is the query. This is much more my speed.
Curious to see who's going to pick what here.
I'd be very surprised if we got a certain class of cars.
Yeah. It's hard to see. It's hard to see the result for Skeletor after putting in so many points. I think he's at 52 points for the Night Run Summer Series so far, and he's definitely not going to be happy with that. But not much he could do after hitting and getting engine damage. Just an all-over throwaway race for him, but he could still hold in that P2 spot with a good placement in this race.
Yes, CBD will be trying to get some good points, to say the least.
Let's take a peek over at qualifying here. Or warm-up here. Qualifying will start. Let me notify everybody real quick when that will start here. Qualification will start in 5 minutes. So if you got to use the bathroom or whatever, now is the best time to do that. Glad you guys are hanging out here in the chat. We got 25 of you guys hanging out with us tonight. Definitely appreciate that because we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the community showing up like they have. The first week was a little rough, but ever since then we've had more and more people hop in, and definitely more inspiring to do more events like this in the future.
I was pretty happy with the first week. 2P2s.
Well, yeah, clearly. Where'd you end up in that one, JJ? Did you?
I came and commentated instead.
Oh, so you pulled a Staley. Got it. All right.
No, the difference is I actually still did something useful.
That's a rough one for him.
Yeah, it is. It is rough for Staley.
Oh, shoot. I did not save the replay. Please tell me somebody saved that replay. I am an idiot.
Oh. Idiot.
Did
Nissan.
someone...
Hello?
I forgot. For the usual. Oh, perfect. I love you, Tom. You blew it! You blew it!
Just see if anyone goes against the GT500 trend. Definitely more time to be found if I can get the Heaven right.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
That's about me right there. That's the definition of who I am. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe. Oh, you guys, thank you.
Too, so.
What brand is the GTR? A Nissan. Nismo is Nissan Motorsports. That's what it stands for. It's all right, Bugs. We have people that backed me up. Thank goodness. Oh, yeah, Bugs. There's definitely a ton of entertainment there. I'm going to make a whole bunch of clips from that kart race. Actually, that was probably one of the best kart races I've ever spectated, to be honest. I think I'd mentioned the minimum penalty I would give with 30 seconds. So we'll see how that plays out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how egregious it was. So I'll have to watch the replay and see how egregious. For each spin, I'm just kidding, but there will be a minimum of 30 given. I gave Boogs. I know it's no pens. You say no pens, but at the end of the day, I had mentioned do not do that. And when you do it, he's still going to run away with it. So I don't think even Uber cares that much about it. But it is it's more of the notion than anything else at this point. But I appreciate your concern there, Boogs. Warnings were given.
He did it for about 30 seconds last week at Monza. To say the least.
Yeah. All right, boys. Karts are a lot of fun. Absolutely. Qualifications starting now, boys. Sun Devil, are you in this one? If not, you'll need to let me know. Oh, game changer with ripping a nasty fart here in front of everybody. All 23 of us in the chat. My word. Man has no shame. Woo! Well, that one's like potent. Boogs, you're out of this one? All right, man. Sorry to see you go, but thank you for the kart race. Definitely appreciate it. How dare you, he says. Kid stuff, good luck. Hey, no worries. Thank you, Boogs. Appreciate you, dude. Kids come first, always. No. You can stay in the lobby. I just want to make sure you're joining here. So I'm going to start qualification now. All right, here we go. Qualification starts right now.
God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
I love this track. Pit lane halfway through the lap does offer some very interesting strategy choices, especially with compulsory tyre options. Don't have to worry about today. It's all one tyre, all on the racing medium. Yeah, allows a nice short run to the start of the lap. Interesting to see if anyone's not gone for a GT500.
Well, Uber went with the NSX.
Yeah, the NSX GT500, the Super GT car.
Yep. And then we have Etom in the RS5. Well, that one's a good choice because, well, it might be a good choice as it has a DRS and the other ones do not. But we'll see how well that plays out in these straights here because that could be extremely helpful. But just about everybody else is in the GTR. Oh, hang on. T-Box is also in the NSX as well. Interesting, but they're all the GT500s, it appears to be so. And one of them, it's like
DTM, which is interesting.
Yep. And then also Mello, aka Chuggy, he's in. I don't think that's the GT500 GTR. I think it's the other one, isn't it? The older one.
There's two GT500 GTRs. There's an 08 one and there's a 2016 one.
I think this is the 08 one he's in right now. It looks a bit different.
That's 2016 one. Mello's in.
I guess
one's a lot flatter.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. It just looked different after switching from the NSX to it. I thought
got a massive wang on the back of ours.
Oh man, you guys are something else over there. For those of you here in America, I'll translate it for you. It's wing, N-O-W-I-N-G.
No, they heard me right. It's massive wang.
Oh no, it's all legal. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Any Group 2 is good to use.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
That's right, game changer.
God bless America, and gentlemen, start your engine!
Gotta love those new blurps we added. Mel, did he drop out of the race or did he go back to pits?
No, he just left the lobby.
Oh, he says he has to go, but he'll watch.
Ah.
Thank you for the heads up, Mel. I appreciate that. Right now, Uber showing once again in these cars. He's not quite having as easy of a time. He's still 0.4 seconds ahead of second place, but he's not quite having that easy of a time as compared to the last race where he was quite a distance higher in qualifying.
Yeah, no, he'll find a bit of pace, to say the least. He had a little bit of dirty air through sector one. He's had a much better run through sector one here, to say the least.
GTR Rob, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Sorry to interrupt you. Thank you, GTR Rob. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the show, everybody. This is the Night Run Summer Series, commentated by yours truly, Keekbots, and JJ Norms, all the way in New Zealand. So sorry to cut you off, but
yeah, no, I think this field's gonna be quite close, to say the least. But yeah, he's had a much better run. He doesn't have the same run through sector 2 here, but yeah, should have a nice easy run through sector 3. Don't want to touch any of the curbs through that chicane because they will completely ruin the car's aero. Get one more lap in here. It's a better lap.
Oh, Etom finding that wall a little too much here. Just keep in mind, if I see any wall riding, that is a 5-second penalty.
The only wall riding you got to watch out for will be at the end of the very long straight, to say the least.
So if any of you see anybody abuse that, please let us know. Post. I will be reviewing that corner of the race once this is all over.
CBD only P3 at the moment. He'll be disappointed at this stage. Oh, he's only got the little wang. That's his issue. He didn't put the big wang on.
All right, and qualifying is just about done here. Just finished. They're going to start pulling in to finish out their laps, and we're going to get started into the race.
Let's have a look. What's he got here?
Yeah, 2.5 seconds.
He does steal it at the death.
Wow, look at that. That's going to be fun to see that launch right off the back. CBD getting very comfortable in that GTR in that last lap.
Yes, 25.3, so Uber not getting a pole position for once. So that should make it very interesting for this race, considering grid start. Not as big of a braking zone as turn 1, but yeah, very, very still difficult sector to say the least.
Is there someone still running? I don't know why it's still...
All of us in the pits are holding everyone else hostage. So.
Oh, until the minute and 20, until the 120 seconds are passed. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, so we can actually have a look at the grid here with you got CBD and Uber relying upon your front row. You got T-Box and Goblin running out an all-American row number 2. Row number 3 is all international here between Etam and myself. Then you got Koshin and Skeletal rounding out the remaining 8 through a P for a row 4.
Yeah.
So
And Skeletor pointing out that it's a 2.59 seconds between P1 and P8, so it's going to be quite a close.
2 seconds separating the top 5, and it's very good to say the least. But interesting to see how good that Audi is as a race car, to say the least. It should be good from the hairpin up to the next corner, but it'd be interesting to see how well Etam can keep that DRS open, to say the least.
Yeah, should be a great race, absolutely. Just to remind everybody, this last race is Tokyo Expressway south clockwise, 30-minute race. So we're in here for quite some time. It's a 3.23 mile length course. Longest straight, it's just over half a mile, and the elevation gap is not that much. It's only about 0.02 miles in elevation. Now, we're going to be running this after. Actually, I'm going to change. Oh, I can't change the time of day. It's too late for that. But I was going to run it at night, and I forgot to do that. But here we are. What have I not forgotten to do? Let's see here. We have grid start, fastest first. We have slipstream. All of this you guys are familiar with, but the tire wear is ×2, and the fuel consumption is ×4. So there'd be definitely a big difference there.
Yeah, the ×4 fuel consumption, I think, is the more concerning thing than the ×2 tire wear. So that's what I think is going to make it quite interesting. You should be able to do an entire race without having to change tires, but fuel is going to be interesting to see if that's manageable or not, to say the least. Especially with a refuel rate of 6 liters a second as well. So it'd be good to see stuff.
Just trying to hype up the players here.
No hype.
No hype, zero hype.
No hype.
Let me just say, I forgot to mention as well the tires. When it comes to tires, or mediums are the only ones required. So it'll be that's the only ones you can use.
Yeah, exactly. So it's these tires should last the entire race. But in saying that, I feel like people are going to be stopping for fuel. So it could very well be that you just take tires just for the sake of it. Just so you can have it last, have fresh boots the entire race. Only going to cost you 2 seconds to change tires if you do box, so could very well be worth a strat.
See, Sunable says, if I was racing here, my time would be like 7 seconds off the leader, so probably like a 1:32. I think you're a little faster than that. I give you a little more credit than that.
If Staley was racing, though, it'd probably be like a 1:35, to be honest.
All right, boys, here we go. The last race of the Night Run Summer Series is off. Let's go. We have CBD up front. Let's pull up the graphics here so we can see CBD up front. And slipstream is going to play a huge factor in this race, unlike the last race. E-Tom trying to slide up between Box and Uber. Oh, and there's some contact in a T1. You wouldn't think there'd be that much, but there definitely was quite a bit there. Going into T1, we're seeing a bit of a gap as CBD is starting to run away with it. But how long we'll be able to hold it for as we get into the DRS area here for E-Tom. We'll see just how much it's going to help him catch up to CBD in the straights as T-Box comes up behind. And Uber just going way too far and missing his braking point entirely and dropping almost into last place.
That's a moment off that corner. But yeah, that hairpin was, that turn one was surprisingly messy. I think a couple of people making a mistake. Goblin being one of them, and then down to the hairpin as well. There was a lot of missing in the braking zones. So yeah, well, let me just slide back into the top 5, so this will be interesting to see, to say the least. Skeletor did start last. He's currently running up a 4th, so that's going to be a real shake-up.
Let's see what happens with this first chicane, or this chicane in here is brutal. Will we see anybody fly up? Nope, everybody takes it very conservatively. Ooh, JJ taking a little wide. Might pick up a pen for that. We'll see if he does. Kosian right on his tail. Kosian gets the pen, but JJ does not.
Yep. The way that, yeah, it's the way the interaction with the curve and stuff, I believe.
That sounds like a liar, but go ahead. I'm just kidding. It's the way the sun hits. It's the way the sun hits my hair that gives me only a half a second, but him a full. No, it's okay. I'm just messing around anyways. We have Kosian dropping back a little bit more. Hoping to see a little bit more from Kosian there, but he's struggling through the S's as he is in the RCF, which shouldn't be that bad. It's pretty comparable to the GTR.
Yeah, no, he was very much within a second of me, so that's dirty air through that area, and these cars are very sensitive to dirty air, to say the least, considering these are all GT500s. They're high downforce machines. And also, Koshin's not running the full wang. They'll run the full wang. To say the least. So one of the biggest wang that you can have, because guess what? That's going to give you the most downforce, even though it's not bopped.
Speaking of wang, I'm looking at Uber's wang right now. It is massive, extending past the sides of the car.
Yeah, that runs very much to the limit of the what the air on the outside is versus the little wang only runs the width of the rear windscreen.
Boog's asking, how is E-Tom a C driver? That's a question of the ages. Absolutely a question of the ages.
There you go, job stop.
And Goblin moving back up, finding his pace here as he's coming through that chicane. Great looking Coke Zero livery. Very deep, shiny, glossy red. Love to see it. Let's take a look up front. CBD running away with it with a 2.5 second lead and growing as he is getting very comfortable in his car here. He's got ding, 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 mother. Ding, 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 exactly. You see the Night Run logo on the front of his car. I'd love to see it. CBD has been such a great supporter of Night Run and the Hako Academy, as well as the Moose Mafia. He's such a helpful, friendly person. Great to see him do the same on the track as he is off the track in terms of his support.
I don't know if that was intentional or not, because he comes straight back out. I don't think he put any gas in, which is really interesting.
I wonder if he did that on purpose or if he ran off. I'll have to take a look at the replay on that, because it definitely is interesting why he would pit. I don't know if he's purposely taking the race or what, because at this point he's walked away with it. I think now he's just having fun.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's what was it, 40 points coming into today. Lead over Skeletor, who's currently running P4 after the second round. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see why that was, because yeah, knowing Uber, saying that, he's already passed Koshin.
I wonder what he did there. Maybe he started with the wrong tires, maybe?
I don't know how.
He could have had wets on or something, I'm not sure. Wonder if he did that to give everybody a head start. He did have mediums? Okay, maybe. I'm not sure why he went to the pits then. I know some people struggle with the pits there. And some people might not realize where the pit is if they're not used to this race, but it is pretty obvious. It's just not anywhere near the start line.
Yeah, it's very unusual pit placement here, nowhere near the start-finish line, about halfway through the lap. So,
Oh, Uber got pitted. He said he got hit in the pits. That'll definitely be reviewed.
That. Surprised he didn't take gas while he was there. Just take the gas, because guess what? Even though you're at 84% when you went in, you're gonna need some form of gas, I think, to get this one done.
We're only 5 minutes and 45 seconds into the race. We still have quite a bit of race to go. T-Box still holding his P2, and Etom putting work on him, but losing his momentum through that last turn of the lap. But grabbing that slip right back, that slip is going to be crucial, especially with his DRS in that RS5.
Yeah, the ability to adjust that rear wing is going to probably be the only standout factor in this race in terms of just difference. But yeah, I think everyone's just sort of going for, hey, let's see if I can drive fast, rather than how long I can hold a button down for. Definitely.
You can see the wing action. You can see the wing action. Definitely really cool to see that live as he's driving. So you can go up and down. You'll probably see it here in just a minute as he goes in the straight. There it goes. DRS is on. Wing drops. Also, Kosian believes he might have hit Uber out into the pits. Apologizes for that once he hears about it. So, yeah, that Audi is flying. That DRS is a massive improvement in the straights, but I mean, I'm not quite sure if it's beneficial because it's not quite as fast into the turns as the GTR or the NSX is. CBD sitting with a pretty 3.4 seconds in the lead and counting. Question is, will we be able to hold it for another, 23 minutes? And it's got quite a bit of time left in this one. Let's take a look back on the field here. Skeletor in his GTR. Let's take a peek here. Looks like he's got some anime on it. Yep. Gotta love the anime liveries. Nice deep black with a punchy purple flame on the side. Stripe down the middle. Very colorful there. JJ, is that the 06 or 08 you were driving there?
This is the 16. This is the Cal Sonic livery on it. Very iconic livery.
Oh, absolutely. That livery almost makes it look like a completely different car. It's insane. I don't understand why it looks so different to me compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it's just very, very nice. I think I'm the only GDR running a full Wang though, which is kind of interesting.
That Wang is definitely different than the ones I've seen, and that's probably why it feels so much different. You know, it's unique. You have a very unique Wang on that car.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot better with the big Wang, to be honest. Big long Wang. But yeah, coming up into this final sector here, chasing down Skeletal, will be reeling them in slowly, just a little bit of force out there on the inside. But yeah, definitely a bit of closing up to Skeletal here. Get within off that curb much.
Skeletor had a bit of a better chicane there, but you're within a second of him, so you might catch him here with some slip. Yep, you're already seeing the effects of that slip. Wow, it's intense with these vehicles.
Yeah, not quite close enough to benefit the full extent of it, but definitely now the dirty air through Sector 1 here is going to be a little bit harder because it's normally near flat with a little bit of lifting, but have to do a little bit more here.
King Dubbin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, my guy. Welcome to the Night Run Summer Series. We got JJ racing and commentating with me, Cakebots, on our first ever Night Run Summer Series. Night Run is a group, or a community, if you will, of people who want to race with honor and learn how to get faster and better, no matter what your skill level is, as long as we can race you at your best. So that's what we're about here at Night Run. Now, we're going to take a look back at Goblin. He's about 5 seconds back from JJ, but not giving up. He's pushing as hard as he can on these mediums, looking a little bit of wear on these medium tires, but he's already at half a tank. I think most of them are about seeing similar results here. I don't really see anybody really fuel saving for this one. I think it's going to be an all-out sprint, pit, sprint. That's what it appears to be
Short
going to
pit
be.
lane here, so might as well just dive in and get some fresh boots, get some fresh fuel. Saying that tyres not wearing at this point at all, 10 minutes in. At least for me anyway, I've barely seen them had the molding shine take off.
Well, this is where the development for this race came into play. I wanted to create a race where you could either choose to continue in your tires, and you know you could continue in your tires, or since you're pitting anyways, you could swap for brand new tires and risk that little bit of time to change the tires in order to save yourself time on lap and prevent yourself from going into a wall, because we all know the walls are quite vicious here at this track.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite wearing enough to require a tyre change, at least for me anyway.
Well, we're 10 minutes, we're 11 minutes in. Looks like we might see just a little bit. At this point, the tires do wear a little bit faster, but we'll see if we'll need to actually change the tires. I don't think anybody will change the tires, or that it wouldn't be necessary, but there may be some that choose to do that to look for that little bit extra grip from a fresh set of tires if it'll help them with their lap. But I doubt we'll see it, but it'll be interesting to see if someone does do that.
That's P4.
Kosian and Uber riding on each other's tails here. Looks like we have Uber holding 7th. Kosian being very careful on the gas here. He's let off the gas quite a bit because he's caught up right on Uber's butt. Doesn't want to hit him or cause a scene here. So he's riding very conservatively. Got to love the sportsmanship from Kosian there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think he knows Uber's the quicker driver, so very much just sit behind him and get him to permeate around the track almost.
Yep, and also
just to try and catch the cars in front.
yeah, Bean, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you, my guy. We got several follows tonight, about 3 follows tonight. We're at 903 followers total. Definitely appreciate the love and support, guys. Beginning of the year, I only had 300, so it's kind of crazy to see that big of a growth so fast. Definitely appreciate you guys supporting the race and the charity, which is American Foundation. Sorry about that. I was in the middle of saying thank you for the support of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. There we go. I keep unplugging my headset by accident with my foot. Apologize for that. You got me back now?
Where's he gone? Very professional stream we have here.
Absolutely. And just to remind everybody, this is a race put together and set up all on my own here, except for the help of JJ here with commentary. It has been completely put together by myself. So it's been a lot of fun putting it together. So if there are, and it's our first one too, so if there are any issues with the stream or the event, that is on me, and the next one will be even better. I'll now that I know what to expect from these races and how they turn out. Uber dropping way back to last now. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, if he's just going for a joyride at this point or if he's trying to fuel conserve and save, but he has more than a half tank left. So maybe he's going for the fuel save with a no pit. That could definitely be his strategy at this point.
Perfect. Everything down to the last.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone else trying to push, trying to save fuel, but yeah, definitely be a way to go, to say it the least. But saying that, heading up towards the halfway point here, expect to see people starting to come in. Get that even tyre wear if they're going to go change tyres, or even just the fact that then they know exactly how much fuel to use for this last little stint.
Now T-Box finding his speed here because CBD is not gaining any more ground anymore. It looks like CBD is keeping a steady pace, but I'm not sure what's going to happen with T-Box if he's able to keep his pace and maybe find more pace as these laps go on, because CBD did practice here, but T-Box didn't. So as this race goes on, we're almost at the halfway mark. I wonder if we'll see a turn of the tide here in these last 15 minutes of the race. That could be something to look out for, whereas T-Box is sitting about 8 seconds in front of Etom. Etom in the RS5, as you can see here, sitting right betwixt Box and Skeletor. with a 9-second behind box and a 10-second in front of Skeletor.
Me and Skeletor both running into it. Is it light damage or heavy damage? I never checked.
It's light damage. Heavy damage is definitely something I'll be seeing for the next ones where you have to pit to resolve your issues. I think that'd be a great addition to add. We'll see that in future events, but likely. But for this one,
you told me it was heavy damage. I was diving into the pits there.
yeah.
Yeah, Skeletor, both of us running in a little bit hot into turn 1. This is me sort of follow the leader kind of thing, but yeah. Now I'm going to see if I can churn out some laps and try and catch E-Town. This podium position, get back on that podium. Yeah, I've got 2 very quick drivers behind me, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, Skeletor and Goblin both looking for that 4th place position, but JJ is not about to give that up. He is enjoying that number 4 spot, and he wants to hang on to it, but Skeletor has a great exit. Oh, both of them just able to avoid the wall. Not quite yet, but he is catching that slip and moving in slowly, but yeah, we'll see coming in these corners here. Skeletor feeling very confident coming into these curves. But JJ showing its prowess here and gaining some time.
Yes, Group 2 is one of my favorite classes to drive, to say the least.
Yeah.
You got this E-Tom in.
First to pit for gas. Looks like he's got 10% left. Let's take a look over E-Tom as he pits here for new tires and gas. So he's the first one to put new tires on as well.
Yeah,
So he's going to run it.
See where he comes out, to say the least. But yeah, I should be able to make some good ground into him, considering I've still got a quarter of a tank remaining, and my tires are more than fine at this stage.
Curves like my grandma. Oh no. Game changer, you madman. Cozy in the next to pit. Let's take a look and see what he does. Looks like he's going to keep his tires, but just load gas.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, personally.
And gas is at 6 milliliters per second, so...
Milliliters?
Sorry, 6 liters per second.
Say.
Sorry, we use milliliters in the States for small servings and gallons for large servings here, so when I saw the liters, it kind of throws me off a little bit here.
You guys are using scientific units. Volume.
If yours were good enough, we wouldn't have to make our own, so... Anyway, so 3-second pen for Kostian. He's coming out of the pits. Unfortunately, picks up a pen. He's not going to be happy, especially as he's running up the back here, but it could work out in his favor depending on how quickly he can catch up.
Goblin actually sending it into the pits. He had no fuel.
Oh, he had 4% left, almost nothing there. He is running full, no new tires either. His tires are working just fine. Caught a little bit of a fender bender on his front end, but he is filling up. It's going to be... Oh, he doesn't even go full. He might have to fuel save at the end of this race here.
Maybe, it depends. I don't think you need a full tank of fuel when you go in, so it's fine. Considering the fact there's only 10 minutes remaining. You can do your math sort of here.
No, you're right. I mean, he definitely passed the halfway mark. He'll be just fine there.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see. Bing bang! It's pretty much dead, I think. I don't even think I need half a tank. It's interesting. Is that 10 minutes? 88%, say 90, 20. I'm going to need about 40 litres to get home on this one with that.
And chat, if you so kindly, let me know if you hear any static on your side. I'm hearing occasional static on my headset, so I'm not sure if it's the headset or the stream. So if you hear anything odd or see anything odd in the stream, please let me know, and I'll try to get it resolved. Let's take a peek over the top.
Way too much fuel, by the way.
Yeah, way too much fuel. T-Box, he's got half a tank left, so he's going to run that whole thing.
Yep. So, yeah. Yes, CBD putting it 93 filling it up to 93. which
I
is
can
way
guarantee
too
you that CBD just got sidetracked and forgot he needed to end it. There's only 10 minutes left in this race. He's going to run that thing, and he can absolutely, with and then some, run that thing as hard as possible to catch Box. And Box is just about 2.2 seconds in front of him, which CBD could catch him in these last 10 minutes. It could make for a pretty interesting finish.
Gonna be about 6 laps to go here, more or less, maybe 7. So gonna be factored into my fuel as well.
The sights and sounds of this race are looking great as the sun begins to set and the stars begin to come out and the lights begin to come on. We may even see the headlights a little bit more prominent by the end of the race here, as it is ×8 time change. And not to mention, not to forget to mention at least, the for those of you who are big fans of these Tokyo Expressway, some of you might remember Tokyo Extreme Racer, definitely giving off heavy vibes to that. We'd all love to see that come back as a new version, even just a remake or a remaster of the originals would be great. Those games were so much fun for those that had the privilege of playing it.
Oh, here we go. It's gonna be a little battle here.
JJ catching up to Etom as well, with Skeletor and Goblin still behind him. These last 10 minutes could get close, especially Etom with the fresh tires, though. He might be able to hold on to it. That said, JJ's tires aren't that worn, but it does make a little bit of a difference as the sun begins to go down.
Yeah, no, the sun's definitely down now. Yeah, far out. That Audi is just a joke on straight, to say the least. Yeah, Etom not very quick through the corners, so if I get in the slip, I might be alright.
Etom losing a lot of time in the S's here. JJ just finessing his way through those S's and catching up to under a second between him and Etom, cutting off almost a whole second in just the S's alone, going into the hairpin, almost touching. Etom getting a good exit there, and he's going to try the DRS. There it goes. His DRS is on. He's taking off. Question is,
not fully away as quickly as what I thought he'd be. So
no, not quite as much, and it looks like it is dropping as you are catching his slip. And there we go.
Yeah.
We begin to decline here and caught his slip quite quickly. That real slip stream makes a big difference with these cars.
weirdly, that seems to top out at about 300k, not even 300k, which is kind of interesting. So this has actually got more top end than the Audi.
Absolutely. Now you are JJ pulling away from Goblin, and Skeletor dropping back behind Goblin at some point during this race. But Skeletor not willing to give up that spot. He wants that 5 spot back. He wants those points. He wants to take P2, which he likely will, but he's pushing.
Come here, Etom. Come in.
Take a look at this race between Etom and JJ again.
Etom's at the wall.
Just an idea of how close we're getting to these walls.
Really
The sun,
compromising me through here.
the sun is down, the moon is up, but we have lights on. We are now in a true Tokyo Expressway experience. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what Night Run is right here. Etom going through the hairpin is able to get it a little bit better exit. Oh, much better exit. Almost loses it though in the process, but man, whips his way out of there. Unfortunately, I think JJ will catch that slipstream before he's able to get too far.
Yeah, it depends how well I can deal with the dirty air through sector 1. It would depend if I can catch up onto it. Yeah, very much on the slip now. Then we got the top end over the Audi, which is interesting.
Goblin and Skeletor side by side. Oh, Goblin with the later break, and Skeletor with a better exit, but Goblin takes the position of 5 again as they go into the chicane. Ooh, is there a little contact there? Maybe a little bit, maybe not. I don't know. Can't tell. Looks like he hit the curb. It could have just been contact with the curb to make it appear, but oh, Skeletor going full throttle on the end of that turn there. Trying to catch the slipstream here on Goblin, which it looks like he's got it now. And as he closes again slowly. Great song for this track too. You got the night run vibes with the night run on Tokyo with the GTRs flowing. Does it get much better than this, ladies and gentlemen? I submit that it does not. Goblin and oh, Skeletor just whipping it a little too much. Oh, he's kicking himself, and that's all right. That's what racing's all about. You live and you learn. You got to get back on that and finish out the race. Focus on what's ahead of you and keep on keeping on. You never know what could happen. It could be a crazy situation at the chicane in the next couple of minutes. We have 4 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes left in this race. Let's take a look back at Uber. Uber.
That was a difference in closing speed.
Uber just cruising, just hanging out and finishing out the race here. Got a little bit of fuel left. He should be able to make it 4 minutes, but I'm not sure. It's looking pretty rough. He might not be able to finish with the gas that he has now with that issue. And Kosian holding his own here, running it from the back. The true anchor of this race here. Follies do not get past this man. This man is strong-willed, holds his own, keeps his tires on the ground, keeps his head in the game. As he continues, unfortunately, 1 minute and 18 seconds behind the leader, but still pushing. Reminds me of that Cake song, The Distance. Can we get that? Let's get that in the chat, actually, here. I'll put that on. I'm going to go ahead and skip this song here because we've all heard Final Countdown one too many times today. I'm going to skip this one, unfortunately. I want to hear this. Let's turn up the volume here. Dedicate this to Kosian. Great lap, Kosian. He's doing really great on this lap. Now, if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, we are currently playing The Distance by Cake. So if you want to listen to that and experience this with us, you can put it on and listen to it with us right now. Otherwise, join us live next time. Listen to it with us. We're coming into the final laps here, likely. We got probably one more lap after this before we see the end of the race. 1 minute left almost. The focus, the dedication that Kosian has, love it. You want to see it everywhere. CBD somehow slipped back into first place. We're going to have to review that afterwards and see how he did that, because my goodness, he's had a phenomenal race. T-Box ain't out of it yet. He's looking. His car is looking sleek as F. He's got very little gas left. T-Box has got very little gas. I'm not sure if he's gonna make one more lap. But he's gonna push. His car's a little bit lighter now that he's got less gas than CBD, but CBD has got no concerns here going into this last lap. Final lap has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Uber getting out of the way for the final. Here we go into this final turn. It looks like CBD will run with it. Koshi getting 7th place, finishing there with Uber in 8th. CBD taking 1st. T-Box in 2nd. E-Tom still running 4 seconds ahead of Skeletor. Looks like Skeletor was able to put himself back together and find himself 4th place.
Yeah, no, I might have just miscalculated on the fuel. Like, literally maybe 1%. So I've got to try to get to the finish here. Say that. Never mind.
Yeah, Box ran out of fuel at the very end there. Could not finish. As E-Tom looks like he's about to do the same. E-Tom finishing 3rd place. Skeletor coming through, taking that 4th spot. Goblin. Oh, Goblin running out of fuel as well. JJ might take it. Oh, no. Goblin was able to just barely take that away from JJ at the end there.
No, I ran out of fuel at the death there as well. I hadn't made a mistake through the final corner.
Unbelievable racing, guys. Unbelievable. What an experience that was. Clean racing. CBD taking the top spot in that last race. Unbelievable. Love to see it. Love to see it. Thank you to everybody.
I mean, do we have to? I think we know who's won the race.
Yeah, we can go ahead and announce that first place goes to Uber. We can go ahead and say that over the overall win.
I think that's going to be... Oh, hold on. Finished, what, 8th in that one. Do some quick math.
Quick maths.
40-point lead, CBD... No, what?
Thank you, Skeletor.
CBD, actually, Uber's going to get a 30-second penalty for the spins. So that's that puts him at least not first. So CBD will gain some points there. Oh, this is tight. This is tight.
We're going to take a quick look at that last race here because they didn't save the first one.
Oh. No, I think Uber's just going to sneak this away from CBD. Skeletor, I don't think, was quite close enough after that last race. And then everyone else was just, wasn't there to start with. Or missed a round, unfortunately, due to deciding to have the host try a LAN connection, and then it turns out that was actually worse.
Okay. Closing up the lobby here.
Staley's off to school.
Off to school, Staley. Have a good day at school, Staley. Tell your teacher you saw one of the best races of your entire life and that you weren't part of it.
I'm on mid-sim break, so that's kind of funny.
Take a quick look at that last race. Not going to spend too much time on it. I will spend more time on it at on the stream later tonight. If you want to see the final results, that's why I will share them. I did save the replay that time, E-Tom. I did. Thank you. I will be doing a full review and announcement of the final winners tonight on stream. So if you want to join for that, the podium, if you will, that'll be later tonight. I usually get on around 10:45 p.m. Mountain Time. It's about 9:45 p.m. Pacific, which is 12:45 a.m. Eastern. So thank you so much for your time, guys. And again, for JJ's amazing commentary. Love to see it. Love to hear it. Night Run, you guys, phenomenal. Again, we want to pass on the message. The best way to continue the Night Run experience starts with you in the game. The more people complain, the more people hit people back, the less we'll see improvements. It starts with you guys. So let's see better racing than we saw today. And if we can continue that and pass the message on and just expect better of people as we expect of ourselves, we'll see this game just soar with a level of quality. I know there's always going to be people doing it, but if we don't enable them, they'll stop eventually or quit playing
That's
altogether.
the idea.
Or they'll quit playing altogether. It won't be as fun for them. It's a game. It's a game. Thank you, guys. The charity's going to run until the end of the month, so we still have a couple more days left for that. So $345.31 to Night Run Cares for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is phenomenal. Thank you all so much. Have yourself a good night. JJ, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, it's been a great series. Great to be a part of it. Very enjoyable, to say the least. I think it's been some great racing, and there's been one handsome-looking guy on stream, one guy with a reasonably alright sounding voice. So I think it's been a great time, to say the least, and I appreciate everyone for making the racing actually commentatable. Because guess what? It does take a commentator. Oh, the commentator's only as good as the racing that is on track, to say the least. So yeah, appreciate everyone for doing that. And I'll catch you guys all later, I guess. Cheers.
Cheers.
Can I get a
Oh, what a timing. Oh, yeah. There you go. All right, I was going to look at the race, but my family's waiting on me, so I'm going to catch you guys later. Again, I'll be reviewing the races both tonight. Etom, if you can get that uploaded, or whoever, CBD, if you can get that uploaded for tonight, I want to review the kart race. The kart race was probably my favorite one, to be honest. That last race was great, but the kart race, I mean, honestly, I think it was the best of the series. But we'll talk more tonight. You guys have a good one. We'll see you in the next